Hi friends, it's Tasha with Stardust Gold Crochet. Today we're going to make this really cute little sunflower coaster set. It has a little pocket that has leaves on it on the outside, and then when you want to just use the coasters, you just set them out like that, and then when you're finished, just put it in there, tuck it down, da 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 da, and you have these cute little coasters that look like they're kind of in a flower. So let's get started on making these cute little coasters. We're going to start with the center, doing circles, and then we're going to do the petals, and then I will show you how to do the little container that you're going to put them in. I'm using paint box yarns in Simply Chunky. I'm using coffee bean and then buttercup. And then I used Impeccable for the green because I couldn't find oh, hi, Yuki. She's back. Hi, Yuki. Oh, here she comes. She's going to come bomb my crochet tutorial like usual. I'm using a citron from Impeccable because I didn't find a green that I liked in the paint box, and I didn't actually have it in my stash. So I just went ahead and used it because it's very similar in weight and texture and everything. And it actually turned out pretty good. I like the way it turned out. So let's get started. I'm going to set this aside. You're going to need 6mm crochet hook, some scissors, your yarn, and of course a yarn needle to weave in your tails when you're finished. Okay, so to start, you can chain 3 and work into the first chain, or do a magic circle, which is what I like to do. So after that, we're going to do 6 single crochets into the center. So then pull your ring tight. Count your stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, got my 6. So now we're going to do a join, which is going to kind of be like an invisible join. It's something I learned new from MJ's Off the Hook, and I really like this join. It actually creates a very smooth transition on both sides, which is great. It turned out really good. It took me a little bit of practice to get used to it, but I think I'm going to use this join from now on. So here we go. You kind of pull out your hook a little bit, your loops. Go ahead and put your hook through the back side of your stitch, and then just kind of loop your loop back on there, and then pull it through like that. And then you just kind of tug just a little bit, and you'll see it creates a really nice join. So for round 2, chain 1, and we're going to do 2 single crochets into each stitch around, starting in the exact same place where we joined our first 2 stitches. Well, when we joined our first stitch. Yuki. 2 into the next stitch. Hey, pretty girl. Hi. So now you should have 12 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to do the same kind of join. So this is my first stitch right here. I'm going to do the same join that I did before, and it's sometimes easier to hook your hook through. It's a little bit of a learning curve because you don't want to have like too big of a loop right here when you're first going in, so you might want to pull it a little bit tight, but then when you pull it tight, it's kind of hard to get through, so just play with it. For the next round, we're going to do round 3. We're going to chain 1. We're going to single crochet into the same as our join, and then single crochet 2 into the next. So we're doing an increase around every other stitch. Single crochet, and then 2 single crochets into the next one. Single crochet in the next.
Splice Original.
And now you should have 18 stitches going around. For round 4, chain 1, and then we're going to single crochet in each stitch around. So you should have 18 by the end of this round.
Splice Originals.
Now for round 5, we're going to join. We're going to chain 1. And now we're going to single crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1, 2. Then we're going to increase in the next stitch right here by doing 2 single crochets into the same stitch. And then you repeat that around. So you're going to do 1, 2 single crochets. And then in the next stitch, you do 2 into the same stitch. So you've got 1, 2, 1 in each of the next 2 stitches, and then single crochet 2 into the next stitch. And on the end of this round, you should have 24 single crochets going around. So I'm going to count mine. 22, 24. Yep, did it. So now we're going to tie off. You finished the center, and I'm going to go ahead and do my join through the back like I did before. Put this on there like that, tighten it up. And then I'm just going to cut my yarn and pull it through. Now we're going to do the outside right here. So you can put your hook through any stitch, and we're going to work through both loops of any stitch. We're going to attach our yarn like this, put it over your hook and just pull it through. Drop your tail and then chain 1, and we're going to half double crochet in that exact same stitch. Like that. Then we're going to double crochet 2 into the next stitch. And then we're going to half double crochet 2 into the next stitch. We're going to slip stitch in the next stitch right here. And then we're going to half double crochet 2 into the same stitch as we just did our slip stitch. Then double crochet 2 into the next stitch. And 2 half double crochets into the one after that. Slip stitch into the next stitch. And you're going to repeat that around. She is so funny. I've just decided to let her be and not try to make her move from my tutorials because she loves the energy of crochet. Don't you, Yuki? You just love it. So once we slip stitch into there, we're going to do 2 half double crochets in the exact same space. Then 2 doubles. And then in the next one, 2 half doubles. Oh no, she's making an earthquake happen. Oh! Slip stitch into the next stitch and 2 half double crochets. So just keep repeating that around until you have all your petals.
Splice Originals.
So you're coming up to the last of your 3 stitches here, and we're going to do our slip stitch into that first one, plus 2 half double crochets into that first one, then 2 doubles, and 2 half doubles to finish out. Then when you get to this point, you're coming up at the very beginning, you slip stitch to join, and then cut it and tie it off. Like that. And you can go ahead and block these if you want. It's acrylic yarn, so it shapes up pretty good. And then you want to weave in all your tails, and that's your coaster. So you make 4 of these. I made 1, 2, 3, 4. They work up super fast, probably less than 10 minutes each. Now we're going to move on to the container. And the container is the first 5 rows are worked the same as our other, and then we'll work out from there. But it's also very simple and very quick. So let's do it. Okay, let's get started on this cute little base, or I don't even know what you want to call it. I just called it I don't know what it's called anyway. Grab your citron yarn or your green yarn. Yuki, you want to model these for me? Do you want to model these? Are you getting my yarn? Here, you can model them. Here you go, Yuki. You want to use it as a pillow? Oh, she loves them. That's so cute. Okay. So let's get started on this second part. We're going to do a magic circle or chain 3 and work into the very first chain. And we're going to do the first 5 rows or the first 5 rounds, just like we did the first rounds of our sunflower. So the first thing we need to do is to put 6 single crochets into the center of the ring. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Pull your ring tight. Then we're going to also do our backwards join through this. So I'm going to hook it. Now we're going to chain 1 and work a set of 2 double crochet or a set of 2 single crochets into each stitch going around. So we've got 1, 2, now count your stitches, and we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And that's just where you should be, having 12 stitches. So now we're going to join again. Which is still a little wonky to me, but I really like the way it looks. So I'm going to keep it. But you do have to kind of twist your yarn back around to the other side of the hook. Okay, so now for round 3, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to do a single crochet in the first stitch, and then 2 single crochets into the next stitch. Single crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 single crochets in the next one after that, and repeat that around. And there we have our round. So we got 1, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. I keep doing that. Oh my God. I keep adding an extra stitch. Okay. Chain 1 for round 5. We're going to do a single crochet in each stitch around. So we're going to do just 1 single crochet in each stitch around. And at the end of this round, you should have 18 stitches. Now we have our 18, and I'm going to go ahead and do my join again at the end. Chain 1, and then now we're going to work a single crochet in the first 2 stitches, and then do a single crochet 2 times in the next after that. So we're increasing by 1 every 2 stitches. So do 1, 2, and then an increase. Now we're going to do round 6, and that's different, a little bit different. I'm going to join, let's make sure, 2. So at the end of this round, you should have 24 stitches. Then chain 1, and now we're going to do a single crochet into the next 3 stitches. So the next 3 stitches you do a single crochet, 1 in each of the next 3. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to increase in the next stitch. So do 2 single crochets into the same stitch. And then we do 1, 2, 3, 1 in each of the next stitch, next 3. Then do 2 into the next stitch. After that, we're going to do a single crochet in each stitch around. And you might need to stretch it out a little bit just to kind of shape it, because it kind of curls up from the one regular row, that round that we did. So I'm going to join here in our and now chain 1 and then single crochet 1 in each stitch around. Oh, Yuki, you're so pretty. Yuki. Yuki. You're so pretty. Okay, so here's what we have so far, and you should have 30 stitches by the end of this round. 2, 4, 6. 30. Okay, well, she's all up in it. Yuki. So the next few rounds the rounds 8 through 11 are going to be worked in continuous rounds with no joins. So we're going to single crochet into the back loop of each of the next stitches around. So when we join, I'm going to join just into that back loop right here. Like that. So I'm just in the back loop of the join, and then we're going to do a single crochet in the same join and do it in the back loop only, which is what we joined through. So we've got 1, 2, and in the back loop, if you're unfamiliar with the back loop, this is the front loop here and this is the back loop. So this is the front, that's the back. You're going to go just through that back loop and do a single crochet and work through the back loop all the way around, and you should have 30 single crochets by the end of this round as well. So we're going to go ahead and go straight into the next stitch and work through the both loops. Make sure you count them first and make sure you're getting into the right stitch. So this is my first stitch, which looks like it's hiding a little bit. So 2, 28, 30. Yeah, so that is my first stitch. And if you want to make it easier, you can always mark your stitches. We're going to go straight through that stitch and do a single crochet and then 1 single crochet in each stitch around. And remember, we are not going to be, we're not going to be joining. So you might want to mark this stitch here, the very first stitch, with a little bit of yarn, so that you know where to stop. I just kind of put a little piece of yarn through there. You could tie it if you want, but it seems to stick pretty good. Okay, so keep working around until you get to the right amount of rows, until you hit 11 rows up. So this would be row 8, and so we're going to do 9, 10, and 11. So you're going to do 3 more rows. Okay, so I'm right back at the front at the beginning, and I'm just about above where that stitch is, and I think I'm actually one a little bit further. So I'm just going to go ahead. Now you want to cut it, pull it through, or and then now we're going to slip stitch into the next stitch and then tie it off just to kind of bring it down a little bit to that level. Then you just want to tie it off, and you can pull this out, pull it out like that. And what this does is creating the ridge right here. It makes it sit flat and creates a little bit of a fold in your project. So it'll just sit flat like a little thing. And like I say, if you want to block them, it'll be really nice to block them. So this is what we have so far. Now we're going to continue on using the green yarn, and we're going to add it in a different spot. So we're going to attach our yarn, and we're going to go through the back loop only of any of the stitches. So with it facing like this, we're going to go through the back loop of the stitch. And attach your yarn, pull through. Then we're going to chain 3, and we're going to half double crochet in that exact same stitch, like that. Then we're going to double crochet into the back loop only of the next stitch. Back loop only. Now we're going to do a little bit of a picket. So we're going to chain 3, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3 into the second chain, third chain from the hook. I always get that confused even after 50 years of crocheting. Then we're going to do a double crochet in the exact same spot. And now half double crochet into the back loop only of the next stitch. Like that. So that's how our little leaves are going to look. Then we're going to slip stitch. We're going to slip stitch into the next stitch here, and then do our first half double crochet in that same stitch. And then continue doing that pattern, a double crochet, chain 3, slip stitch into the third chain down, double crochet into the same space as you just did your double crochet, then half double crochet into the next, slip stitch into the next, half double crochet in that same slip stitch, and then double crochet into the next, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, slip stitch into the first, third, double crochet into the same space, half double crochet into the next, slip stitch into the next, and then half double crochet into that same space, double crochet, chain 3, third chain down, slip stitch, double crochet, half double crochet, and then slip stitch. So continue working that around until we get to the beginning. Now I'm coming up to the very end, and I have 1 stitch left. I'm going to do my last half double crochet in that stitch, and then here you can just join into the very first with a slip stitch and then tie it off, and you're done. Cut that, pull that out. Now we have our little cute little carrier to put our sunflowers in. Just going to pull this through and pull it tight. I'm going to pull this through the back because I don't know why, I'm just weird. I just like everything on the front side to look better. There we go. And it creates a cute little sunflower kind of petals around the outside to put it in. And if you want to starch this, you can, which I've never really done before, but you can most certainly do that if you want. And that'll give you a very stiff base, but right along the edge where we did our back loop only from before, you can block it and stretch it. But really, it's just meant to be fun and kind of hold your little sunflowers however you'd like. And you can make this taller if you want to put more sunflowers in it, more than just 4. Make it just continue more rounds around, and you can make it taller. Like that. It is so cute. Ta-da! Very simple, and you can even make them in 100% cotton if you wanted to get more of a cotton absorbs a little bit better than acrylic does. We all know that. So these might be really cute in cotton yarn, but these are the colors I had and I just went with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please leave any comments below. And if you have any questions, please leave them for me on my blog, or you can leave them down below in the comment section. I hope you guys enjoyed making these cute little sunflower coasters. Take care, everybody. Happy crocheting. Bye.